Hey, by the way, let me just say hello. Let me give a shout-out to... I don't know why I'm even friends with this guy, but I am. I like him. Warren Littlefield, who was the former president of NBC television.
Yeah.
Head of programming. Now he's out on his own doing God knows what. You got a production facility now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, big production company, you know, having some fun.
So Warren contacted me. He said he's in town with his daughter because they're looking at colleges.
Uh-huh.
The kid must be, you must be a smart kid. Oh, man. What some kind of brain.
What is she looking at?
Oh, my kids could do something like this. What you're looking at? What colleges are you looking at?
We've looked at Yale and Brown.
And you're considering them.
Right. You're not even sure you want them.
I know. We saw Vassar. Vassar was great.
Adelphi's not on that list, is it?
You don't even know what that is.
You've never even heard of it, because it's not a real college. Let me get this straight. So did you get accepted already?
No, I'm just a junior.
Oh, you're a junior.
Working.
So what'd you get on the SATs?
I'm not good on the SATs, really. I get really good grades, though.
Since 7th grade, she's had a 4.0 with honors classes, so it's like, that's her big thing.
He's a proud father over there.
Community service, you know.
This is better than the Thursday night lineup with Friends and Seinfeld to him. The only thing in life that's better.
There you go. But you know what, Howard, the important thing is, she wanted to come in today. She wanted to just come in and say hello to you because she had just done a paper at school for, what was it called?
It was for my English class. It was called The American Dream. And we had to pick a person.
Who was living the American dream?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You deserved an F for that. There's no American dream here.
Someone who didn't have a lot, worked really hard,
right,
and achieved a lot.
And you chose me.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, who did the other kids choose?
There was like...
Marilyn Manson?
No, but there was a lot of, like Rockefeller and...
Wow. Imagine me up there. Why not?
Historic people.
Isn't it great you didn't choose your dad and you chose me? That would, like, my kids would never choose me because they don't think I'm cool.
Right.
But Warren's kid thinks I'm cool, which is great.
Totally.
Which is cool.
The Great Gatsby, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, isn't it great? You have kids, you never know what's going to happen with them. They can end up being, you know, mutant drug addicts or whatever. So Warren looks out, gets a beautiful daughter, you're a very good-looking kid. You have brains, you have it all, and then you worship me. All goes right down the tube.
I love that.
You do like that.
I love that.
You like that.
And you know what? When she does carpool in the morning, because she drives to school, because California, you drive when you
got a license?
Yeah.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
Gee,
When did your dad let you get a car?
When I was 16.
Oh.
What kind of car did your dad get you? BMW?
No.
What?
Discovery.
What's the Discovery? Warren, what's your problem?
Land Rover.
Well, Land Rover.
Oh, Land Rover.
It's indestructible.
Yeah.
Very safe.
The point is, Howard, when the boys get in the car in the morning, I've got a 14-year-old son, and then there's other boys that commute with Emily. In order to shut him up in the morning, she goes, all right, we're putting on Stern.
Right.
Everybody just shut up, and I'm driving.
What's that car cost that you got your kid? A 60?
No.
What is it?
I can't do that. I give my kid a $60,000 car.
What kind of car? How much does that car cost?
33.
I think it's more than that.
It's not.
Really?
I got a good deal.
$33,000 car?
I got a good deal. I got a couple of them.
My daughter's now learning how to drive.
Right, you're going to have to get a car.
She's going to be, how old are you, 17?
Yeah.
Please don't belch on the air. Yale doesn't like that. Yeah. But you'll never get in that way. But yeah, she's starting to learn how to drive. My wife took her up and down the driveway, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my daughter's name is Emily, too, and she goes, oh, jeez, I think I crashed like 3 times.
Just in the driveway.
In the driveway.
You got to do that, though. In the beginning, I always...
Really?
You know, there's, like, bumpers on the side, and they just kind of...
So what happened when you took
absorb the damage?
So what happened when you took the SATs? They weren't that high?
I don't know. You got to be like a really good test taker. It's really manipulating the test.
But Yale isn't going to let you in if you don't have high SATs. I'm telling you, I don't care if you have a 4.0. They don't care. Because then they just figure you go to a crummy school and you're writing papers about Howard Stern. No wonder you get a 4.0.
They're good. They're not as outstanding as the grades. You know, grades are honors and, as I said, all 4.0, and then National Honor Society, Community Service, Spanish Honor Society.
Still might be a hard sell, Warren.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
If they don't want her, move on.
Really?
Yeah.
Columbia, Yale, you're talking Ivy League here.
Yep.
I guess you choked when you got in on the SAT, huh?
Those are her choices.
I'm afraid my kids might choke. You got to be able to pay off someone.
Oh,
how much money could they make over it? That's what I would do.
Payoffs.
Oh, please.
Win. That's all.
Genius take the test for them.
Give the guy a TV show, I'm telling you. Kid will have a 1600. Is ways of getting ahead in this world. Oh, yeah, so let me guess what you got. You probably did real well in English.
Yeah, I'm good.
You probably got like a 700 something in English, right? Am I close?
Yeah.
690?
We're in the ballpark.
Really? Seriously? Well, that's damn good.
Math, not as well. But
I'll give you what'd you get, about a 560 in math?
Yeah.
Yeah, you screwed up in the math. Who can understand that? You'll never use that stuff anyway.
But you can take it a few times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you can take it again.
They got some class you could take. They almost give you the answers.
Oh, that's not true.
No, I'm telling you, it's called
They give you a test like it, though, so you get used to it.
Like, I went to the Stanley Kaplan course, and nothing happened. My grades went up like, 10 points, and I only had like 400 on each thing.
Yeah, but look what they were working with.
Like, literally, I didn't break 1,000. You know I didn't break 1,000? You know what an idiot I am?
Well, look at you.
Dear.
Yeah, but look at me. I'm a mess.
No, you're great. Look, you can hold a conversation with anybody.
So obviously the
everybody's
test
been
is
in
not a
here.
reflection of
Rock
your
stars,
ability.
politicals,
But if you want to get into a good college, what do you want to be in life? Do you know yet?
I'm not really sure. I like writing and psychology, so.
Boy, vague. There's no jobs in that.
Writing.
Writing. Yeah, you'd be a school teacher. You're too smart for that. I don't know.
Writers do pretty well, Howard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're proud of your dad, huh? Made it all the way to the top of the network.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your old man's all right. He was always nice to me.
I always believed in you.
Yeah, a lot of these network guys are real creeps. Your dad's all right. I like him. I'll always do him favors. So many jerks in this business. Phonies. They sit there, they talk to you while they're on their cell phones. They're not even having a real conversation with somebody. Don't get me started.
About this business.
Listen, with any luck you meet a rich guy, you won't have to work the rest of your life. You're an attractive kid. Work on that. Wear heels, short mini dresses, and trust me.
You know what? Sometimes you get so retro. Is that what you want for your kids?
Yes.
How are you going to do that, though? You won't let them out of the house?
Some rich sucker will... you know who you should marry? I don't know if you're thinking about marrying. You should marry Mel Karmazin.
Oh.
He owns the whole network.
Oh,
and he's single.
There you go.
That's what you have to train your daughter for. I'll be Mel's wife.
I'll tell you, we were on the Vassar campus, and Emily looked at me and she said, I have no underwear on. What would Howard say? And I'd say, Howard would say that's a good thing.
That's a good thing if you meet Mel.
Oh, only do that for Mel.
Only Mel. I mean, not for some regular guy, but if it's Mel, you do whatever he says. If you married Mel, you would be so well off. You'd be a billionaire.
But you tell me
then you'd work for Emily, Howard.
I would work for Emily. Fine, I have no problem with that. She's a fan.
None of the things you say make any sense at all. Don't listen to him.
Why were you not wearing underwear? And why do you tell your dad that? That's interesting. What if my kids wear underwear? My kids always wear underwear. It's a rule in my house.
He checks before they tell you, though?
I always wear underwear. I think when a guy doesn't wear underwear, it's disgusting. I know a guy...
I'm wearing.
You are. I know a guy who, like a businessman who wears a suit every day, and he's telling me, I don't wear underwear.
Ew.
You know him, too, actually.
I do?
Yeah. Yeah, you know him.
Look like he doesn't wear underwear?
He's the guy you look at, he's the last guy on the planet who shouldn't be wearing underwear. Trust me.
No.
It's hideous. So did you go to Columbia yet?
Yeah.
And what would you do? Would you live at the Columbia campus, or would you live in an apartment nearby?
Well, you have to live on campus your first couple years.
Yeah, bring a gun with you. Trust me, you know where that school is. It's in a, let's say, less than desirable area. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. That's a
wink, wink.
You're a smart enough kid to understand what I'm talking about. You don't need a 1600 on your SAT to know what I'm saying. And your father will tell you the same thing. In private, of course, because he's in show business.
There you go.
He's going to appear one way to the outside world and another way to you. But Columbia, that's a rough area up there. I lived up there. You know.
Oh, you weren't on the campus.
No. It's unbelievable. So you dating yet?
I don't know.
Warren's like, I gotta hear this.
No.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't asking me.
Yeah. Oh, if you're in television, you're dating. Yeah. Trust me. Tough news for the kid to handle, but believe me. Go ahead, yes.
Not really.
You're not?
No.
Never had a boyfriend or
Nobody's
anything?
serious.
Well, you're the perfect kid.
Wow.
Right. That's how my daughter should be. High SATs. All right, not to be through the roof.
Honors,
Ivy League.
classes, good grades, 4.0 average.
I'm not really dating. I mean, interested in guys, but, right?
Too busy doing community service.
Yeah, I'm busy with my life and really don't need men to define myself. Perfect.
And I'm driving my brother to school.
Right. I drive my brother to school. I like you into any extracurricular activities?
Yeah, I'm big on yoga. I'm
Cool.
a yoga person.
That's great. You do karate?
No.
My daughter's all black belts. Always.
Well,
You were
not
my
the
kid.
6-year-old.
6-year-old will be a black belt. You're into yoga?
Yeah.
You can twist yourself up like a pretzel and everything?
I'm getting there.
Good for you. Believe me. She goes to Columbia. 6 months. Pot. Boys. Whole thing.
Thank you.
Keep her away from that.
I needed that.
Yoga schmoga.
That's the internet hard drive thing.
Danny, hard drive.
We got to keep you pure. I say you go to Yale. I'd love to see you at Yale. What about Harvard? You going to apply there?
I don't know. Harvard's a big place.
I think she's setting her sights too high, though. If the SATs aren't there, how do you get in?
You got to compete with those people once you're in.
Right. I'm concerned here.
Well, you know what? These are her choices.
Right.
Where she wants to look at.
You want her to be that far away from home?
You know, there's a whole world out there besides Los Angeles. And,
Is there? Boy, I wish I was in Los Angeles.
We have relatives back on the East Coast. I grew up on the East Coast, so did my wife. And Emily's always kind of pictured herself on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Really?
Eastern.
Far away from mom and dad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where are your kids going to go to school, Howard?
I don't know. I could be Warren.
Go far away?
Warren's nice enough to go take his kid around. That's something my wife's going to have to do. I'm busy.
Your wife's
You know what?
nice enough
It's a great experience.
Is it?
It's a phenomenal experience. And I'm waking up in the middle of the night with so much information overload. I mean, I'm waking up in the middle of the night. It's 4 a.m.
It's a tough decision.
And
Which is a tougher decision, to decide where to put Friends or where to put your daughter in school?
Oh, Friends was easy.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful Thursday night lineup, huh?
There
They're
you go.
destroying it, though, aren't they?
Well, they're picking it apart.
Yeah, they are. They'll probably beg you to come back, don't you think?
You know what? I just want to give them a hit show. That's all. You know, that would be fine with me.
So you wake up and you're worried about where to send your daughter to school.
It's just information overload.
Really?
Yeah.
So what are you leaning toward?
Well, you know, when we're at Brown,
Right.
Brown's
a good school.
We're blown away with the curriculum, with the philosophy there. We had a fabulous tour. We love the kids.
I guess I'm going to have to do this with my kids.
Yeah,
You're going to have
But you
all
know
these
what?
discussions.
You're going to want to do it.
My kids are pretty smart.
Yeah, they
You're
do very
going to want
well.
to do it.
I don't know if they're as smart as Emily Littlefield.
I don't know. They haven't done the SATs yet.
Oh, my kids beat her in the SATs.
Wow.
I used to think my kids wouldn't. A lot of pressure on me with these SATs.
Oh, boy.
you
Now,
go.
where do your kids stack up with other celebrity kids?
Yeah, that's what I mean. No one wants a celebrity kid to be stupid. You know what I mean?
That could be embarrassing.
You know, if Emily wasn't so smart over here, then we'd be fine. No one would know.
Yeah, but now he has to go and have a smart kid.
Yeah. Now I have to go beat him.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. You know what? Do me a favor. Write up a synopsis of your tour, then I won't have to go do it. Just send it to me.
do that.
Yeah, tell me what school is good.
I can do that.
You seem like my kind of guy. You would make the same decision I would.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the decision will be up to Emily, right?
But your kids will probably want to go West Coast because they've grown up on the East.
Now, my daughter was actually talking that she wanted to go to Boston University because she's into theater.
Is that right?
Yeah, and they got a good theater program.
They have a great theater program.
They do.
You know, we were thinking of you. It was 1:30 in the morning. We were lost in Boston,
Right.
and we were like right in the heart of the Boston University campus. And I said, okay, well, maybe we should just stop here.
Just stop there. Now, your kid sounds a little too bright for Boston University. I don't know how I feel about my kid going to Boston University because I'm at war with that school.
Right. Why would you send her there?
Well, it's up to her. I can't lay my trip on her.
Oh, dear.
I just said just be prepared to be scorned.
Be hated.
Daddy's not welcome there.
Down upon.
Yeah. But my kid's obsessed with acting. I mean, she sits and watches tapes of herself and then we'll rewind them and see where she screwed up. And I mean, she's really obsessed with it. So she got to go to something like that.
Well, there are other programs now.
And then graduate school for UCLA.
Really? Graduate? What kind of money you got to shell out for like a Yale or a
Oh,
Columbia?
that's expensive.
What are we looking at, 25 G's a year?
You know, I think you can handle it.
Well, how much is it, though? And you don't know what I can handle.
Howard's cheap.
Trust me,
Yeah.
I know.
I'm cheap.
I know.
He wants to get a cheap
I've talked to
education.
Mel, and I know you can handle
No,
it.
but what is it, about 25?
You're looking at about most of the top level schools are 33.
Jeez.
And then you're going to look at travel. You're going to look at incidentals.
Right.
But
You're talking 60, 70 grand a year, easy.
well, wait a second. You don't send your kids first class on everything.
No, but clothing, you know, the whole thing, they're going to need an allowance.
What's the allowance?
I'm sending my kids to clown college.
Oh, that's a year.
Yeah, a year, and you got a job when you get out.
It's performing.
Where's your big red shoes?
$3 for a nose.
Right.
Dad, I need a
big red ball. You got any red balls? And let me tell you something. It's not a bad life. got me thinking now.
It's coming.
Yeah. You know, just my luck. I'll send my kids to UCLA and they'll be dating OJ. Hey, Dad, I met a great guy.
What's OJ doing at UCLA?
I met a beautiful black man. Yeah, who was that?
Him on that campus.
OJ. I'm telling you, he says he didn't do it. Great, honey. I'm going to go kill myself.
Before OJ does.
Right, before OJ kills me. All right. All right, you guys are getting phone calls. Everybody gets phone calls.
On this show, you can get a phone call.
John, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi, I would like to ask Warren, or could I call him Dad? This is John from Greenwich. I'd like to ask permission to take your daughter on a date.
Oh, well, that'll happen.
All right, well, tell me a little bit about yourself, John.
Oh, I'm the king of all straight hairdressers from Greenwich.
How much you pulling down?
Well, I can't disclose that.
How old are you?
I'm 20 designer.
What?
20 designer.
Come on.
27.
29, you want a 17-year-old?
Oh, no, in a few years.
Sounds about right.
Pass.
That's right. Are you wearing underwear? Hello? He's gone. Anyway, listen, Warren, good luck with this college search.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck.
You're wonderful.
Yeah. Emily, I know you wanted to come in and observe the show. I'm happy to do that. You want, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to do the news. You guys can sit in and watch me do that.
Thanks.
It's an incredible experience to watch me do the news with Robin. Very few have seen it. It's exciting as hell.
It's billed as an incredible experience.
Right, or you can leave whenever you want. You feel free. You're my friends, so you can stay, or you can do what you want.
Thanks.
Did your dad get you to see Star Wars yet, an advanced screening?
No, we didn't do that.
I could get my kids in.
Oh, boy, rub it in.
So,
Is it all about that for you?
for me it is, yeah. Warren's like, well, I could have done that when I was the head of the NBC. That's right.
Yeah, now we'll just have to wait.
You just have to wait like every other kid.
Yeah,
Right.
the reviews.
Well, it's very exciting. Very exciting. College. A young lady setting out to become a woman.
How are you going to handle your kids going away to school?
I'll do what I always do. I'll hide my head in the sand. And I think about it. That's right. Well, your father's a great guy. I knew your father when he was working. All right? So, I know him now, too. I didn't dump him as a friend. That's loyalty. All right. All right, we're going to take a break. Rob, when we come back... yeah, he always has something up his sleeve. And, Robin, when we come back, I know there are very big stories to discuss.
It's the usual goings-on.
Right. We'll be back right after this. A couple of promotional announcements. Let me just tell you that Norm Macdonald's on the E! Show tonight. Check it out when two of his biggest female fans come in and want to party with Norm. It's a beautifully uncomfortable moment. Also, on this Saturday's television show, that's our syndicated show. It airs at different times across the country. See Grandpa and Grandson meet Anastasia the Hooker. It's the first time this is aired anywhere. Also, Solitaire the Sex Slave's Baloney Toss. And Kendra Jade, the porn star, and her 70-year-old boyfriend. Not to mention Stuttering John with Robert Goulet, Kathleen Turner, and Sidney Poitier. And Robin Quiver's Horse Show. And my favorite, Bigfoot and his girl.
You think you're wicked,
Also, the Gossip Game with Playboy's Playmate of the Year, Heather Kozar. I have a little tape of Heather from her Playmate tape. This is when she's talking about what she loves in a man.
The kind of man I'm attracted to, of course, is somebody with a great sense of...
With a big nose, long scraggly hair, and Ichabod
If she was
Crane.
smart, she'd describe you.
Yeah.
Humor.
Sense of humor. I love when these girls say sense of humor. Let me tell you something. I've had a sense of humor my whole life. I never got anybody like this.
Nobody approached you.
Nobody.
Perfect if you're also beautiful.
Yeah. Sense of humor, and you look like Fabio.
You can always make me laugh because I love to laugh. And somebody who likes to go out with our friends, have a good time.
That's me.
And but also likes to be at home because I like to be at home a lot.
I like that.
And somebody who's compassionate toward other
me.
human beings. And
I like animals.
Because I
animals.
love people and animals very much.
People and
And
animals.
somebody who
I like animals. I don't like people.
is very generous and considerate and thoughtful and very loving and who will care for me as much as I will care for him. Somebody who will leave me surprises because I like to do things like that.
Oh,
I
that's you.
I want a man who's been censured by the Colorado State Legislature.
Come on, nobody says that.
Yeah, how come I never hear that? I want a man who's deemed so insensitive that every religious group in this country wants him off the air. I want a man who Steve Allen hates. So she likes a man who goes out and likes to stay home. That's what she said, didn't she?
She likes a man who likes to go out with their friends, but who likes to stay home.
How can you be both? Now, I'm a man who likes to stay home, away from everybody. Lock me in a room away from the entire everybody. How can you...
Leave little notes around the house, or...
I leave little notes around the house. Can't you buy me food?
I need bananas.
Yeah, I just want some bananas. I work my ass off around here. Big exclamation point.
There's a spaghetti. Who has my deodorant?
Yeah. Buy me deodorant. Get me new socks.
Do little things like that are really special. Secrets that we can have together.
And she's talking about a guy who lives in the Wizard of Oz movie. He's a flying monkey. There's nobody like that on the planet. And if you marry him like that, he'll change.
I was going to say, that's dating.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I want to get in your pants? I'm writing your notes. Yeah. I love you. I think you're hot. You better listen to all this. Believe me, these guys are animals. Talking to Warren Littlefield's daughter, Emily.
And just someone who knows what he wants in life and knows how to get it, but in a nice way, not too aggressive. And that's the kind of man I like.
Wow. Maybe she'll date Superman when Spider-Man isn't available. Want to hear her talk about her sister?
Yeah.
Tiffany is...
Tiffany and Heather. Hot. Stripper names.
Really?
I want a man who wants a dopey broad. Well, I'm here. I want somebody really stupid.
One of the most genuine, sincere, smartest,
Or her sister.
thoughtful.
You think Heather Kozar went to Brown or Yale?
Vassar.
Vassar.
Can tell.
Generous.
I think she went to Tan College.
Oh, yeah? What does it take to get in there?
Skin.
Tampons.
Do you have skin? You're in.
Was there a college named Vapid?
Oh. Yes, she went to the Vapid campus.
Most beautiful people that I have ever known.
I like her already. I can't wait to meet her. Ooh.
And
Oh, this music.
I know that no matter what, she's always there. We always have each other.
Oh, she's crying.
She's not Vapid.
She isn't. Who's playing piano? Mark Harris?
Uncle Mayan.
Yeah, Mark Harris has no musical talent.
Meanwhile, she's talking about her sister probably naked. I love my sister. Oh, I'm naked.
She's standing right over there holding my clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, like she goes around talking about, you know, her sister and how sensitive. The next scene, she's like naked in a fantasy sequence with Zorro.
Just washing a car naked.
Right.
I swear to God. That's in the video.
Oh, you saw it?
I watched it. Yeah, that's where the clips came
What are you
from.
doing with that video?
Fred.
But you're above that.
I
He
am.
was pulling clips, he says.
He isn't going to Vassar.
He was working.
No, I really was, because I remembered when Jessica Hahn put together her video, how great the comments were with her stuff.
Right.
I figured she would probably have equally as important things to say, and she does.
By the way, Fred's on the Board of Admissions at Columbia. You're going to have to talk to him.
Try to impress him.
Yeah. He does all the interviews.
You want to do some news, or what?
Sure, but if you want to listen to more of Heather, I actually have some tape on her myself.
Oh, you're kidding. That's good. I love that.
The 1999 Playboy Playmate of the Year.
Now it's Calvin Lewis.
Oh, thank you.
Clemens.
You always need it in.
Yeah, right.
Here she's. Oh, God. How many are we going to have today? Here, oh, God. There's a second verse.
Yeah. Very good song.
Thank you. He always runs out of steam. Here, Heather explains the role that nude modeling has played in her life. Number 11.
Really? I'd like to hear that.
I was raised in a born-again Christian home.
Oh, good.
Family's proud.
Yeah, that's good. So what does that mean? We should all become Satan worshipers? So our kids won't become nude models?
Dear.
Our parents must be dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Our daughter loves Jesus Christ and taking her clothes off in front of men. Those two don't jibe.
And for me, it was kind of a release, and it helped me with my self-esteem and becoming who I am today, and my confidence in so many different ways. So I've used it, you know, as a very important tool in my life, and
being nude.
I think that it was one of the best things I've done.
Being nude is an important tool. Wow. I like her. I can't wait to meet her.
And here she was asked, well, how did your born-again Christian mother take all this?
Oh, she loves it. She comes to all my shows. She takes Polaroids. There's the mother now. First time I was nude, I took my clothes off in a field for the Lord.
She pretty much, well, not got over it, but the initial hit of my being the January '98 Playmate was like the big shock. And now it's like been there, done it, so she's kind of, you know, accepted it in her own way. Yeah. We just don't discuss it. And she loves me unconditionally, and we get along fine.
Yeah. My mother loves me unconditionally, too. Of course, she yelled at me my whole life.
And how did Heather come to realize that Playboy makes great bathroom reading?
Well,
when I was looking for a house in L.A., we actually went into one of the home's bathrooms and saw, you know, a pile of Playboy magazines, and mine was used, obviously. Ooh. So I guess that's when I had a realization that people really do use it in that way.
She's very intelligent.
I can't wait.
A lot of stuff.
I wonder what I'm going to ask her about tomorrow. I better go prepare for my interview.
Oh, dear.
Don't use big words. You don't know that.
That's right. That's an assumption.
Robin said she went to Tan College.
I can spell melanoma.
Darling, go ahead, honey. You know what's weird? Remember the other day we had a guest on the show?
Yeah.
Who came in and sold tapes about a tape that tells you how to please a woman?
Yes.
I've been carrying around my briefcase. Every time I open up, people think I'm really perverted. Like, look at, I'm walking around with this tape. There's a woman in her bra.
You should have taken it out.
I know. I want to learn how to please a woman. I'm going to watch this.
Don't carry it around with you.
I know. I have to dump it off somewhere.
It's 2 volumes.
At least
2 volumes.
It in brown paper. See, it takes 2 volumes of tapes to please
women are complicated. No, there's 1 volume that teaches a woman how to please a man, which I'm going to watch anyway, just in case I go to the other side. And then I'm going to watch it all. I love it. I love to watch.
I know everything.
I want to know. I would like to know how to please a woman.
It's a linking set.
Someone tells me you let her stare at your wallet. Seems to always work for me.
Hypnotized.
Yeah, hey, look at this. I got some cash. A very jaded view of the world. I don't like young people to hear this.
Maybe they have a chance of seeing it some other way.
It's exciting to have Warren Littlefield here, who's the head of NBC, and his daughter, looking at me, admiring my work.
He most certainly was.
That's right. Emily, do you watch Leno or Letterman?
Leno.
Leno, really?
Yes.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
She looked over.
She looked over. Looked over to Dad.
Dad, what am I supposed to say?
That's right. I did not raise my hand to strike her.
Yeah.
I want to be clear about that.
Did your dad ever hit you?
No.
Yeah, I never hit my kids either. Because I think they could beat me up.
They do know that karate.
Right. My son could.
He could beat you up?
He could take me. He's 14, and he's big, he's strong. And
really? Yeah. Isn't that horrible?
It is.
You have this little baby that can now beat you up. Your dad has hit me, on the other hand, several times.
Only in jest.
Right. Go ahead, Robin, please. That was a fascinating interview.
I don't know what kind of news to do in front of Emily.
Why do you have...
It's a horrible, ugly world out there.
Well, I think you should do show business news in honor of Warren and Emily being here. Warren's in show business. Yeah.
Well, we have to do what we usually do, don't we?
Pepper it with some nice things.
I will try.
Any news about colleges?
But a Cheshire high school student is accused of secretly videotaping female classmates while they were undressing.
Yeah! Why is that against the law? Well, who made these laws?
He has been criticized and warned by the judge.
And this is high school or college?
High school.
High school?
Yeah. Jonathan Humphreyville reportedly had been trying to contact several female students whom he had been accused of secretly videotaping changing clothes during pool parties at his home.
See, that's why I couldn't do a network. I couldn't be like what Warren is, a network producer. Because I would want to do a sitcom about that. This kid who loves to videotape girls in his school and what his life is like.
Sneaky friend.
But I guess he can't. Yeah, sneaky friends. I would be interested in that. It would be something different. But you could never sell that, right?
Pay cable, man.
Right.
Humphreyville is charged with breach of the peace in connection with the incident and has been out on $5,000 bond under the condition that he have no contact with any of the girls.
Right.
So he went around trying to contact them.
Dope.
The judge told him yesterday that if she receives more complaints from the girls and their parents, she'll set bond so high that he will never be able to get out of jail. The judge also says she's considering putting an electronic monitoring device on him.
Wow. Imagine, how good can your marriage be? Or, I mean, how good can your relationship be with your kids or your husband or whatever if you have to put an electronic monitoring device on? I mean, really.
Well, just imagine this. Would you marry somebody who was accused of killing their first spouse?
No. No, how about the woman, like, there's a woman dating O.J.
No. I know.
Who looks just like Nicole.
Well, there's a man, he's serving a life sentence for killing his first wife.
Yeah.
Now he's been convicted of murdering his second wife, too.
Well, let that be a warning to his third wife. No kidding.
A Pittsburgh jury.
See, guys can get girls.
Of strangling his wife in the hot tub of their home.
You know what's crazy? There's a guy sitting there right now. He goes, I got to go to Russia to get a woman.
Listen to this.
This guy's getting married.
Prosecutors say he killed her because she didn't want kids. And
well,
she was going to leave him.
How did he get out of jail after killing the first wife?
I don't know. North Carolina authorities reopened an investigation into the death of his first wife, whose body was found in a bathtub. He wound up convicted and sentenced to life. Pennsylvania jurors will spend today deciding whether to give him the death penalty.
So he was sentenced to life and he got out.
No, I think what happened was they had investigated and they couldn't pin it on him, and he got married to the second wife and killed her before they reopened the first wife.
Oh, I see.
So he's already in jail for her murder, and then they decided, well, wait a minute. The second wife also died in water. Let's look into that.
Why wouldn't you take your wife on a hiking trip and push her off a rock? I don't understand. There's ways of killing your wife so you don't get caught. These guys never think it through. You know what I'm saying?
But, you know, I'm sure he would have been a good father.
Why not? Yeah, he's mad. He wants kids.
Yes, he's killing her because she doesn't want kids.
Wow. Well, he really wanted kids.
Yeah. She'll get the official word today, but it appears Amy Fisher is going to be free on parole.
Now explain that to me. How do you do that? How do you put a bullet in a woman's head and then you get out after 7 years?
Oh,
you know what that's like? A guy said to me, he says, you know what guys should do when they get married? Right on the honeymoon, you kill your wife, you do 7 years in prison, and you get out, you have all your money.
Free man.
Free man.
Kill her while it's still good, right?
Right. And you'll be out of it.
On the honeymoon.
On the honeymoon. And you're free. 7 years later. And you don't have to pay any alimony.
First morning.
There you go.
But then how are you going to get another woman to marry you? You just said don't marry the guy who killed his first one.
Yeah, you can find a woman. There's a lot of women out there who'll marry you.
Sure. Change your hairstyle.
Honey, I've changed.
Okay.
Not the man I once was.
Reform me.
A New York State official tells the Associated Press Fisher will get out of jail next week after doing nearly 7 years of a 5 to 15-year sentence.
Why don't we let the guy who killed his wife marry Amy Fisher? And we'll get rid of both of them.
She was just 16 years old when she earned the nickname the Long Island Lolita after pumping a bullet into the head of her boyfriend's wife. The victim, Mary Jo Buttafuoco, has forgiven her.
It's unbelievable. That's unbelievable to me.
I am sorry.
What's up with that?
Now she's going to be free.
What's with your jurisprudence? You going to be a lawyer, Emily? Is that what you're thinking about being?
No.
Good.
That wasn't one of the things she said.
Oh,
no.
good, no.
Got enough of that.
We don't need any more of those.
That's for sure.
That's right.
Wow.
Kosovar refugees are telling their stories to President Clinton today. He met with them today at a camp in Germany. Several told him that it was difficult to talk about what they had been through and what they had seen in Kosovo. But they thanked him and NATO for helping ethnic Albanians in the war-torn province.
I don't care.
Refugee asked what NATO is doing to help Albanians still in Kosovo. Clinton admitted it is a problem. He said NATO is looking into options such as having an independent country deliver supplies. Meanwhile, about 400 refugees arrived in Fort Dix, New Jersey yesterday, and they were met by Hillary Clinton. Today is going to be a day of rest for them, and they'll probably get something today in Fort Dix that they hadn't gotten in those refugee camps over in Europe, and that would be a hot shower, Howard. Something Jackie hasn't had? Is that what you're saying? Here's Hillary Clinton greeting the Albanian refugees as they arrive. Number one.
We will continue to work.
Where was her husband?
A peaceful Kosovo.
Oh, he's there too?
Where you can return home as soon
as... Oh, she's in Jersey and he's in Germany?
build your country again.
Wonder what's going on there. Hey, you know what? This is funny. Earlier we were talking to Warren Littlefield's daughter, Emily, who's applying to colleges. Mm-hmm. The head recruiter for Yale University is here, who wants to interview you right now. Really? That is right. Heard you on the radio and wants to see if they can't get you in right away. How exciting is that?
She's not going to do her senior year?
Here she is right now.
You remember me.
Yes, I do. Now, what do you want to say, first of all?
What would I like to say?
Yes.
I'm trying to redeem my reputation, maybe. I don't know.
Really? Do you want to
I
ask?
also have the book this time that my son and I work on.
I don't think you're the head recruiter from Yale. I'll be honest with you.
From Yale? No, I'm from Kingsborough Community College.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Head recruiter from Kingsborough.
Did you actually go to Kingsborough?
Yeah, I have an associate degree.
Yeah. You're the girl who came in, you said you were on crack? Are you still on crack?
No.
You're
I
off?
was drinking this morning, but no.
You were drinking this morning, but no crack?
No.
All right. Well, there's... there you go.
That's progress.
Way to go.
Yeah.
And you went to Kingsborough Community College?
Yes, I did.
Right.
You're a proud graduate.
Let me tell you something. Anybody could be a graduate of that college.
You're right.
Yeah. You weren't that smart in school, right?
Well, I had a 1050 on the SAT, whatever that means.
You had a higher SAT than I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Go figure.
I'm going to jump out a window right now. She's smarter than I am, and she's a crack addict.
You see that?
Right. Now, did you tour other colleges before you chose Kingsborough Community College?
Did your father take you around other colleges?
Somehow I don't think so.
I had an alternate scholarship, but I was afraid to go away to school, and I got married in the interim.
Oh, yeah. To the black guy? Yeah. All right, anyway, do you want to say anything? Because I'm in the middle of news. I know you wanted to stop by and see me. Please tell me what it is you have to say, and then I have to excuse you. Go ahead.
I have to say that I'm in desperation.
All right.
That I don't know who to turn to in my life.
All right.
And I have only when I had my breakdown.
Yes.
All my artwork and my photographs and my collections.
By the way, please stay dressed.
Into the street. What?
Well, I say please keep your clothes on.
I don't want.
Yeah, please. All right. Just in case you're thinking of taking them off. What? All right, thank you.
Sorry,
she was in the middle of it.
Are you desperate? What do you need help with again?
A book.
Do you want to get You want to get into television at all?
I get into anything.
Really? Warren Littlefield is here. He has a production company. Warren, are you interested in interviewing her later?
Absolutely. Thank you, Howard. I want to thank you for this. While she is not affiliated with Yale,
right.
I'm very excited for you making this connection. Once again, you have saved my life and my career.
What is it? You have a book of some kind?
I wrote the book Glass Rain that you said on this last time.
Yes.
And on my father's grave.
Yes.
From Transylvania, I told you.
Yes.
And on Oliver Reed's grave now.
Right.
I want some success in my life.
Right. She could be the next Seinfeld. I'm not kidding. I'd watch her on TV.
I think she's a Kramer.
Yeah. I don't know if she's a lead, but I think she could be a wacky neighbor. I'm telling you. I have a new series called Ally McStupid, but I don't know if you can be in it. I'll talk to you about it.
I'm an idiot.
You're not an idiot. You got a 1050. You got a 1050 and you went to Kingsborough. How silly can you be?
I think Jackie should have to read the book.
Right. And give us a book report.
And you also, and she also.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful person.
Who? Robin?
She gave me much power from her eyes.
No. Just compliment me.
Great person. Bless you.
Okay. All right. So listen, let us think about it. And if we get any offers on the phone, I will contact you. Is that fair enough?
Yes, I have my son's address.
Okay.
Number. I give on the phone.
Go ahead.
718-368-2603.
And that's your phone number?
My son's phone number.
Your son's phone number.
I have no phone.
All right. And people can call there and reach you?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Fair enough. There it is.
Bless you.
All right. Thank you. All right. There she is. She's not the head recruiter from Yale.
Got the book this time, right?
Thank you.
All right.
All right. There she goes.
Now, what are you going to do with that book?
I'm going to throw it in the garbage. What do you think?
You better not.
I wouldn't even touch it.
You better not. She's going to come back.
Casey, give her book back.
Yeah. I think she'll take it back, Howard.
Give it to her back. I don't want it.
I think Jackie should do coverage on the book.
Yeah.
Or you can read Jackie's coverage.
And then we'll send it right to you, with her.
I didn't say that.
Right. Robin, what else is in the news?
We were talking about Kosovo. You know, the bombing continues there. And thoroughly, some people are wondering when this is going to end. Well, NATO officials are saying don't expect it anytime soon. They say that the plan should last well into the year 2000, perhaps even longer. Here is General Wesley Clark.
So this war can go on forever. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
We have to look very much ahead past the summer, into the autumn, the winter, and even into the next spring in terms of the continuing issues for relieving the humanitarian distress that's been caused here by President Milosevic.
Meanwhile, Ross Perot took to the airwaves on Larry King Live last night, and he is critical of the Clinton administration handling of the Kosovo affair. He says this Clinton administration has gone into the war without a clear strategy.
We're going to start it, we've got to finish it, and we've got to have a plan. And I'm not sure there is a plan to follow through, finish, and button it up.
He's right. He's absolutely right. There is no plan.
And he worries that the president of Yugoslavia may have some dirty tricks up his sleeve.
One of the big fears I have is he's going to sit here and take it for a while, and sooner or later he could retaliate with various types of terrorism around the world. And that could create an interesting countershock. And I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, he's right. Anybody could be a terrorist, but I don't know. I think this thing's a little insane. I think you got to go in with ground troops and end this thing.
Well, that's why they're saying the airstrikes will take a very long time because you don't have any ground troops.
Sad part is that these Serbs are like cockroaches. They will fight you to the death, and you will never win this war. You will never win. Even on the ground, you won't win.
Well, there's a positive attitude.
I'm just telling you. I'm a student of history. Warren Littlefield knows it. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows I'm right.
Meanwhile, the Army has ordered a 24-hour stand-down for the Apache helicopters following a deadly crash in Albania. The Army says it wants to give the pilots a chance to catch their breath after that tragedy.
You know, those helicopters suck. Like when we worked at NBC, the traffic girl got killed in those helicopters because they never stay up in the air. We weren't even at war.
Nobody was shooting at them.
We'd be flying a helicopter.
There have been 2 crashes involving the Apache gunships in the Balkans in just over a week. The most recent one killed 2 pilots when the chopper went down in a training mission yesterday in Albania.
And why would you call them Apache helicopters? That's so defeating. I mean, the Apaches were not great warriors. We beat them in a week. Go name it after something great. Winners. Winners at Apache. We took them for $26 in Manhattan.
Oh, those weren't Apache.
Oh, please, the Apache. How long did it take us to wipe out the entire Apache nation? Great culture. Completely wiped out. We need a tom-tom. That's a great invention, the tom-tom. What'd you say? Rubber drum?
I have some interesting news about the legislature of Colorado, Howard.
Please, Robin.
You know, there was that terrible tragedy. The Columbine High School was completely shot up and bombed by a couple of kids a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, and I was blamed for it.
The school has put the price tag for fixing the school at about $50 million to repair it.
Wow.
And about counseling. And
$50 million?
Yeah, to get everything right again.
Who's the principal, Joe Schumacher? I mean, $50 million to fix the school? Really?
Yes, they say the tragedy could be a $50 million long-term project.
Batman was $50 million.
County School District. Now, the president has pledged $1 million from the federal government to help out, and then they went to the Denver legislature, and I guess somebody floated a bill in the Senate to ask for $5 million from the state, and the state senators have rejected that.
Well, you know what? I better not say anything.
No to the assistance bill for the Columbine High School.
I don't understand that, but I'm not saying anything.
Well, they have to.
I open my mouth right away. I'm up on charges.
Censoring the Howard Stern show doesn't cost anything, so they can do that.
That was cheap.
But fixing the school, they can't do.
Jump to a mob story, Robin. Then I'll really quiet down.
You're more willing to talk about the mob than that?
Yes, I am.
And will we see the season finale of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? That's the question on everyone's mind.
My mother says no. Ma, will we see Buffy?
No.
No. Did you see it? You watch Buffy, Warren?
No.
Yeah.
You do? Isn't that a good show?
It's a great show.
Yeah. I just saw this week's. It was great.
Yeah, well, the episode that was not shown last week because of the Columbine High School shooting featured the clairvoyant title character, Buffy, reading the minds of her high school classmates, and she realizes that someone is thinking about killing everyone in the school, everyone except the vampires.
How did she become clairvoyant? She never had that power before.
I guess her powers are increasing.
You know, that's ridiculous. How does she become... You know, even in the world of magic, Warren will tell you this, the storyline still has to make sense. You don't all of a sudden become clairvoyant.
Sure you do.
It's outrageous.
Sweeps, Howard.
Yeah, oh, that's right. You're clairvoyant for sweeps. And then you lose your clairvoyance.
Player gain some extra powers?
I do not believe so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can't believe it.
I think if you study hard, you become clairvoyant.
You know, there was a kid in my high school who was clairvoyant. And she came up to me and she said, you know what? Every kid in this school thinks you're very ugly. I said, you're kidding me. What? You must be clairvoyant. You're right. I can't get laid. Excuse me.
No decision has been made yet on whether this episode will air. But there was a two-parter that was supposed to be shown during the height of May sweeps.
I must have been clairvoyant. I kept thinking all the girls were saying, man, he's got a big nose. Well, I hope they show the episode. I don't think it'll lead to any kind of violence, but that's just my thought.
Here's some news for all the ecstasy users out there.
I am not one of those, Robin. I have not tried it.
Repeated use of the hallucinogen, ecstasy.
Hallucinogen, yeah.
Yeah. Can cause Parkinson's disease. According to 3 University of Michigan doctors.
Is that why Ralph shakes?
Who suggested this in a letter to the New England Journal of Medicine. Is Ralph shaking?
I can't put on my rollerblades.
It does lead to...
The claim is based on the case of a 29-year-old man who had taken ecstasy 9 times in 1997 and once in May of 1998.
And then he got Parkinson's?
3 months before he began to develop symptoms, yes.
Wow. See, somebody told me ecstasy wraps around your spine, like whatever the chemical is, it can wrap around your spine and cause some paralysis as well. I'm in fear of that.
Don't know anything about it.
You're not doing any drugs, are you, Emily? No. All right, good.
At first, this guy seemed a little clumsier than normal.
Yeah.
Then over a 1-month period, he began to have trouble walking and lost his ability to write and drive.
Why does everybody want me to do this?
Because they want you to lose your ability to write and drive.
Well, I lost the ability to drive anyway. I can't get anywhere.
He has Parkinson's disease.
Wow. Did you know this, Warren? You got to get off ecstasy, Warren.
A brain condition that typically appears in middle-aged and elderly people. It results in stiff, weak, and trembling muscles and an unbalanced walk.
Maybe that's how Michael J. Fox got it. Is he into ecstasy?
I don't know.
Someone told me he eats it for breakfast.
There's no...
No, he didn't get it from drugs. You can also get it from other ways, right?
Of course.
Of course.
There's no firm evidence of a causal relationship between the patient's drug use and the Parkinson's syndrome. But there are no other tenable explanations either.
Well, that's it. I'm never doing that. What do you think of that?
I'm not going near it.
I still have a theory that Lou Gehrig was on methadone. One of those things. I'm telling you, a lot of these diseases are caused by drugs, Robin.
That's what they're saying, Howard.
Yeah. I'm having some fun. I'm Helly's a horse.
And residents of western Tennessee this morning are getting their first good look at the damage caused by last night's storms. We've had a bunch of tornadoes.
Right.
Just going across the country. Fierce winds are blamed for at least 4 deaths. Rescuers say a man and a woman died when their house was destroyed. A driver was killed when he ran into a downed tree. And early today, authorities found a 14-year-old missing girl who died on arrival at the hospital.
Yeah, I don't want to die in a tornado. That's horrible. It'd be very embarrassing.
No one is sure if they were tornadoes, but funnel clouds were spotted in 8 counties, and at least 30 counties are reporting damage.
I don't want to be lifted off the ground and thrown to my death.
Or have your house fall on you.
That's right. I don't want my house falling on me, because I know everyone will be goofing on me the next morning on the radio. You know, I'm really, really uptight about that. That's why I don't go anywhere.
Here's Gary Rogers, who is a rescue squad captain in Tennessee. He describes the damage he saw in the town of Linden.
Who's this guy?
Gary
Rogers?
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
We have had some churches that have been damaged. We've got power lines all across. There's trees laying everywhere. A couple houses have got blown completely away.
And this guy says he felt the force of the twister.
What's his name?
Don Northern.
Pushed my knees up into my chest, my head down to the bottom of the tub, and I thought I was dead. But when I thought that it was all over with, then all of a sudden everything lifted off of me.
So he was hiding in the tub and the twister got him anyway. They always tell you to run to the bathroom.
Right. Is that what you do in a twister?
They always say that's the strongest place in the house.
Well, probably because you're going to be so scared you're going to move your bowels. That's why I think they tell you to go to the bathroom, right? Oh, Warren's daughter's yawning. Was the show bad?
I'm tired.
You getting tired?
Yeah.
Believe me, no one more tired than me.
But they do. In an earthquake and every other situation, they say, run to the bathroom.
Right.
And then they tell you to get in the tub, and that's what that guy did.
Yeah, I got in the tub. I had to apologize to my wife for a week.
And yesterday in Detroit, they took a 12-year-old boy into custody who was caught in his elementary school with a loaded handgun. He said he wanted to defend himself.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It's getting scary.
With the increased tension in the nation's schools, the Detroit Teachers Union President John Elliott says metal detectors and security guards only go so far. Number 9.
All right. There we go. It's going to be an interesting comment.
Experience has been that if a kid really wants to get any harmful weapon, guns included, into a school, they will find a way.
Gee, these kids are ingenious.
I know. I was so stupid. I always got caught with my guns.
The boy was overheard, though, joking about the gun to a classmate, and then a teacher frisked him, and that's how they found it. Elliot says that teacher was brave, but probably not very prudent.
Really? Really, man?
The teacher just accidentally detected that the student had a gun and was able to peacefully take it away. I congratulate him, but in today's climate, it's not something I would recommend that a teacher try to take on.
Yeah. Could have gotten into big trouble if they hadn't found anything.
Yep.
Abner Louima.
He's lucky that kid didn't blow his balls off.
Really? Abner Louima is a man who has accused the several police officers in New York of roughing him up and injuring him quite severely after he was arrested and taken to a station house in the city.
Right.
And he could be taking the stand today in his trial to testify against those officers accused of beating him in Brooklyn 2 years ago. He has Johnny Cochran as a lawyer.
Did you hear the cops are trying? You know, the cops used a plunger on the guy's butt. I heard they were trying to somehow prove that he was a homosexual.
Right.
And
they are floating the theory that he was injured with his own consensual sexual contact because he's gay.
But there's no way the guy's gay.
How would I know?
That's what they're saying in the paper. In fact, when the cops grabbed him, he was dancing with 3 chicks.
Well,
how many gay guys do that?
They said they had people testifying in court yesterday that he was dancing with women all evening.
That's right. And how many gay men have relations with a plunger? I mean, come on.
Well, I don't know about people over there.
All right, so I've done that once.
But anyway, he'll be taking a stand today in his own defense. But, you know, one of the things that is also weird about the case is that he claimed at the time he was first interviewed that the cops said it's Giuliani time.
Right.
And that turned out to be a lie.
Right.
So he has a credibility problem, too.
I see. All right.
And remember the other day the Baltimore Orioles were playing a game against the Cuban national team. Guy ran out on the field and got pummeled by the Cuban umpire.
Yes.
He now wants an apology.
Why?
I don't know. He says that he had every right, I guess, to go out there and hold up his freedom strikeout against Castro sign.
I want to send the Baltimore Orioles to Cuba.
And not be pummeled by an umpire. But he's also been charged with trespassing because he shouldn't have been on the field at all anyway.
Right. Of course not.
A police spokesman says the guy should have stayed in his seat. The umpire has returned to Cuba a hero praised by dictator Fidel Castro.
Nice. I can't stand when they beat us in baseball.
Well, now the Yankees want to do it. They say that George Steinbrenner is considering it.
Yeah, let them play a good team.
Redeem our good name.
We'll win.
But it wouldn't happen until next year.
Let that fat Japanese guy pitch. I guarantee you we'll beat those Cubans. What?
Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
I hate to interrupt you, but outside there's a very interesting young man that you might want to meet.
Who?
There's this guy, and he says that he'll give you $5,000 if you can come on for 1 minute of airtime telling you that he's going to run for president.
Why are you interrupting with that?
Because
Who cares?
I'm supposed to.
Who said you're supposed to? Who commands you? Paul McKenna, the hypnotist?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you want to meet a guy who says he's going to run for president?
Is this an interesting guy?
Yes.
Why is he so interesting?
Because he's a man. He's from West Virginia. He's kind of goofy.
It's a shtick, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not. This guy's very interesting.
He's giving $5,000 to who?
To Howard.
He's like ex-CIA, ex-KGB, like one of those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, give the money to Warren Littlefield. He's out of work.
Oh, stop it.
He's not drawing a salary. Right?
No.
You are drawing a salary?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I still have a big deal.
Do you really?
Oh.
With who?
I have a joint venture with NBC. They're financing the production company, and they have a first look for my shows.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hey, Howard.
Oh, really? So you draw a salary?
Things are great, Howard.
Thank God.
Things are very good.
I want to see a kid putting herself through
What do you
college.
think, he rode here? Of course.
Everybody's got a deal.
Except Jackie.
Warren, you want to meet this guy?
How good is he?
I think he's very interesting. You won't be disappointed.
If he's not interesting, Casey.
Will any one of us vote for him?
Isn't the word interesting?
What?
You say interesting.
No, it's interesting.
Isn't it interesting?
Well, you say that, and I say something
Is it
different.
interesting?
No, it's not interesting.
I think interesting.
He's attracted to the guy.
Yeah, okay.
He's cute.
Yeah, whatever.
Interesting.
Do you get a date if he gets airtime?
I like him.
To what? Do I have something to gain?
I said, do you get a date if he gets airtime?
Oh, I don't want to date him, Robin.
Interesting.
Is he better than the woman with the book?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But
All right, send him in for. Give him 1 minute and just toss him out with your big football player frame if he goes over a minute.
Okay, coach.
I saw the best fight on the street yesterday. A cab driver and a motorist got into a fight. Actually, it was the female passenger in the car yelling at the cab driver, and then the cab driver got violent with her, so her boyfriend ran around and started kicking the cab driver, and the woman got out of the car with a club, and she started...
Beating the cab driver?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. What race?
It was white and black people.
Who was black, the cab driver?
The cab driver was like an African guy.
So it was white people beating up an African guy?
With a club.
Oh, you never see that. Why don't you call me? Where was I? You're kidding me.
Goodness. I don't even know why they were yelling. They were next to each other in traffic at a stoplight.
Did the black guy kick your ass?
I had to, the light changed.
Oh, light changed.
I saw the end.
These are real African guys. They wrestle lions. I can't imagine that they're going to be able to...
That's why the girl got the club. She was afraid he was going to beat up her boyfriend.
Wow. Amazing. You know what drives me crazy? Like Baba Booey was talking about this. You get in a cab, and the guy says to you, like he takes a cab first thing in the morning.
Right.
Hands the guy 20, and the guy always says, and this happens to me all the time too, the guy goes, oh, 20. I don't have change. Now, he knows every day he's going to get a 20. Why wouldn't he come with change?
And you're supposed to have change for a 20.
Yeah, and how do you know?
He's ex-CIA.
He is interesting.
Stay right there, Casey.
Yeah, don't move.
Talk to the phone?
Yes, Mr. President.
Okay.
Mr. President, I can give you 1 minute. Where are you from? Tell us your platform real quick.
Okay, I'm from a little town called Hepzibah, West Virginia.
Get close to that microphone, Mr. President.
Okay. My name's Tim, and last name's Bourne, B-R-A-M. I used to tell people I might be related to Hitler's right-hand man. I had no idea how corrupt he was, an evil man. I thought Hitler was the only one bad.
Right.
But
go ahead. I'm listening to your platform.
Okay. I just would like to make an announcement that I'm running for the presidency of the United States.
Where's my money?
I've got it in my pocket right
all right,
here.
Good.
$5,000.
All right, that's all right. You don't have to pay
I'd like
me.
to have 5 minutes.
I'd like to see if he has 5,000.
Oh, there's no way. Let me see the 5,000.
It's a check.
Oh.
Oh, a check.
Any chance that's going to bounce?
Oh, I've been trying to cash it out of state, Howard, ever since I got in PA. I hitchhiked up to Greensburg, and then a taxi cab driver let me on Greensburg, and this couple gave me $5, so I cut the bus up to Pittsburgh, and I called Plain out. They're going to charge me $218, so they let me go. Kai speaks. No money talks.
Right. All right. So tell me about your platform real quick. I don't know much. Are you really running for president?
Yes, sir.
On what party?
Know that he's running.
I just want you to know something. My son worships you, but he does respect me. And I would like to make you famous. You're a man of fame now.
Please speak faster.
Okay, I will.
I'm almost understanding you.
You've already got somebody here. I don't want to interrupt what you're already doing.
All right, then you can leave if you want.
No, I don't want to leave. Hey,
all right.
Hey, I got.
Well, then you do want to interrupt.
Now, I don't want to leave.
All right, so tell me your platform seriously. I'll give you a chance. I'd like to see an up-and-comer.
Well, I'll be 49. God does not exist.
Right.
It's a contradiction in terms. The very fact you can say God, now we said it twice, proves to me that he's already existed twice in our mouth. So we don't want to say it again, do we?
Right.
We might get struck. But no, I
love a guy starts off with a joke.
I'm a very non-religious person, and but I get infuriated on this gospel game prosperity nonsense. My greatest desire in life is to be the poorest man on face of the earth.
Hey, let me clear this up. What year did you run NBC? What are the years you
I ran for president in Okeechobee, Florida. Back, you can contact Okeechobee.
All right. So why are you different than, let's say, Liddy Gold?
Come here, Howard. My son worships you. I took him to see your movie.
Why are you different from the other candidates?
Because I believe in democracy.
Democracy.
Timocracy.
And you also don't believe in spelling, do you?
Well, democracy. Tim.
No, seriously, what is democracy? Go ahead. Do it quick, because I got to go.
Own property in order to run for political office.
Yeah.
I don't own property.
Right.
And so anybody out there would like to donate enough $5,000 worth of property. That's my campaign platform. You got to at least own $5,000 worth of property to run. But I worked for the CIA in 1968, went in the Air Force, and I stole hundreds of dollars worth of stuff off the CIA. And
hundreds of dollars?
Yes.
Yeah, mostly pins.
It's worth risking your job over.
Who's speaking?
Why did you steal from the CIA?
Okay. My chief supervisor, we call him chief. I had an office with a combination log on. That's a glorified mailman courier. We call it a glorified mailman. But I worked in Roslyn there by Key Bridge, and Arlington Towers across from here.
All right, the minute is up.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Timothy Bourne, running for President of the United States. I'm still on or off?
Yes, you're on.
Okay. My phone number is 304-623-0133. I live at 405 North Ohio Avenue in Clarksburg, West Virginia. No, I've got.
He's running for president. You can't work when you do that.
I'm going to give him this $5,000.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted at least 15 minutes out, 5 minutes.
Are you on any drugs right now?
No, sir.
You're not. Okay. That's an important question.
Have you been treated?
Have I been treated?
Yeah.
Not in the past 6 months.
Oh.
Well, that's good enough for me.
But see,
Mr. President.
The thing is, you want to reject a man and not believe him.
Where were you, in an institution?
No, I can prove that.
Were you ever in an institution?
I want to give you something that belongs.
Let me ask you something. Were you ever in the institution?
I've been in an institution for 25 years, since 1974.
You've been in an institution?
Yeah, but I covered illegal activities on CCK Air Base in 1969 on the Isle of Formosa. They were getting illegal assignments back to Alabama, Randolph.
Right, listen, I don't want anything from that briefcase, all right? I don't want you reaching into that briefcase. You make me very nervous.
Worry, Howard.
All right, I'll worry.
My son loves you.
I worry about everything.
Is this being recorded now, or is this live?
This is live.
This is live?
This is live.
There's a camera on me now?
Yes, there is, sir.
Well, I wasn't aware of that. I thought this was just radio.
Well, no, you've got TV.
Are you worried about cameras?
No.
Do you feel you'll be arrested as soon as you leave here?
Yes, I do believe the CIA needs to come and pick up their property, because it's been in my mother's house for 30 years, and it's like a curse on the house now.
And what is the property?
My mom's got the book. It's a ledger. It's the only thing I got left besides a stapler at the house. But I sold hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. I had a way of sneaking out of the Ames building there.
Maybe a president shouldn't be stealing things, but what do I know? Okay, listen.
I know you've never had anybody in here like me before, and it's something new. And,
right. Well, you are unique.
When I leave here, I'm going to try to go over to be on to watch the. I don't know where I'm going. David Letterman. I don't know. I come to D.C. or
do Leno.
I come to New York to do. Can I do Leno?
Yeah.
Will you call him out and try him?
I suggest you go outside the Today Show. That's about as close as you'll get to TV.
Yeah, stand outside the Today Show.
I was going to go to Dateline, but this guy's going down Montel Williams.
Just let me ask you, have you ever been on medication?
Yes, I'm on some olanzapine right now. Just olanzapine, 20 milligrams. Yeah, I took it.
Doesn't seem to be working.
I took it 2 days ago, but I hadn't been taking it for 6 months.
You know who needs guests? Jon Stewart. I hear he's not doing too well over Comedy Central. All right, listen. Thank you so much, Mr. President. No, don't leave that with me. No, don't do anything.
Okay.
Just don't leave anything. Nice to meet you, Mr. President.
It's very difficult because you rush people in here, and I'd just like to be able to sit down and do an interview with you or meet you off the air.
Well, let's hope that happens. Maybe sometime in the future.
Off today? What
time? Well, today I'm not off till 10 o'clock at night.
I've got my autobiography I want to give you.
A what?
My autobiography. This man can open it.
All right. Will you do that outside? Take them out. Take them out of here, please. All right.
Thank you, Howard.
All right. Suddenly, G. Gordon Liddy isn't as big a wacko as I thought.
That guy's going to have a radio show soon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. He's good. Come back and see us again when we have more time. Let's hope he wins. Do I have to break here? Because I want to end the show. What? No. Oh, yeah, someone's saying we should. All right, I got to take a break here, Robin. We'll come back, we'll wrap up the news. Hey now. Hey now. In the days of my life, a Led Zeppelin song to me. What else is in the news, Robin?
Well, George Clooney must be feeling pretty good. They want him back on ER. Ratings.
Yeah.
So, Juliana Margulies, who was his co-star in the series, sort of let it leak when she was being interviewed in Europe that he's coming back for something like 4 episodes next season when he finds out that she's had his children.
How's the show without him, Jackie? Not as good?
You miss him.
You do miss him.
He hasn't been gone that long.
Right.
You know.
He watches
a couple episodes. No, it's a great show. It's a great show.
Still a great show. So he's going to come back for 4 episodes, and they're going to pay him $2 million an episode.
What? $2 million an episode?
Yeah.
Well, they just found out that his girlfriend, he left the show. You know, he left the show to go to Seattle.
$2 million an episode?
That's what they say. Yeah.
If I could work 4 days a week here, God, I could retire.
That sounds like I'd come back, too.
Yep. Isn't that great? Makes you want to be a performer.
Yep. $2 million per episode.
Certainly somebody wants to give me $2 million per episode, isn't there? Someone? I think people would tune in if I took... why don't I go? I'll go on ER for $1 million an episode.
Oh. Reducing your price.
Yeah, why not? I'll take a mill. A quick mill to do an episode of ER? Why not? I'll play a dead person.
Let them roll you.
Star Wars about to hit the theaters. Everybody's interested in whatever George Lucas has to say.
I'm interested in what you have to say because you're so hot. Come over here. Look at you, beautiful.
Here, George comments on taking a drawing and making it work in the real world. Number 19.
You know, it's one thing to be able to draw something on a piece of paper, and another thing to actually make it three-dimensional.
Will I ever taste your sweet lips before I die?
The style of fabrics, the weight of fabrics, the way fabrics move when a person moves. These are all issues that come into play when you start actually trying to make these designs real.
You robbed me. Thank you very much. And here he talks about the importance of costumes and why they worked so hard to make them all so original for this new Star Wars film.
Costumes in any kind of film are very important in defining the character and defining the culture.
Yeah.
Things feel realistic. So the costumes are a very integral part in the overall design of the film. And the design really includes the photography, the sets, and the costumes, and the props. So these elements all come together to create an atmosphere or a reality for the audience. And if they aren't right, then the audience isn't going to be in the picture.
Will you be my date for Star Wars?
No, I'm afraid not.
I love you, Robin.
And Brendan Fraser has a new movie opening in theaters this Friday. It's called The Mummy. Here he says special care was taken with this new version of the film.
So you didn't like it, but Liz Smith liked it.
Well, somebody's got to like it.
But it's hard to trust her, you know? She's such a shell.
Here's Brendan
Fraser. Universal Pictures, one of their favorite beloved horror monsters.
Horror?
Characters. And
this guy whispers too much. I'm not going to listen to
I don't understand what that delivery is.
I don't either. It's a new kind of way of speaking.
And here he is on acting with special effects that will be added later.
You got that?
Oh, okay. Here it is.
Of course, there's nothing there when you're feeling like you're mugging, throwing your head back on your shoulders like a Muppet and showing your tonsils as you scream, dude.
He speaks weird. Mellow out, dude. Or he's too mellow. Something wrong with him?
And Rachel Weisz is also in the production. She says anyone can enjoy this film, and she explains why.
Just explain why anyone can enjoy it?
Yeah, because you won't understand.
Right.
I think that kids would love it. I think it could be a date. I think it's quite romantic in a sort of in a certain
I wish you were romantic.
And I think adults will like it as well, because I think it's sort of playing with its genre. It sort of knows the genre.
I wish you'd play with my genre.
Jokes about it all the time, like I kid stupid not want to kiss Brendan at the end.
I wish you'd kiss me at the end.
Almost
at
like
the end of my
unbearably cheesy moment. John Hannah goes, "Oh, for God's sake!" And it undercuts itself, I think, all the time with humour. I think it's very tongue-in-cheek about.
I hear my genitals talk. All right.
And here's a scene from The Mummy featuring Brendan and Rachel.
Yeah.
16.
Oh! Listen, Connell, can you look me in the eye and guarantee me that this isn't all some kind of a flim-flam? Because if it is, I am warning you, I will...
You're warning me?
If it is.
Let me put it this way. My whole damn garrison believed in this so much. Without orders, they marched halfway across...
I'd like to wrap you up like a mummy.
That's it.
so that your hands and feet are bound closely to the sides of your body.
I see.
Let's get ready to stare at those big torpedoes on Robin's chest.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
That's nice.
Terminator 2 in 3D is a new attraction opening at Universal Studios Hollywood today. At the ride's unveiling to the press, Arnold Schwarzenegger was there, and he told the crowd he's back.
I said I'll be back. And here we are. I hear you.
Right on.
And here's Arnold again on what makes the ride so special.
What makes this project very special and what makes it the most unique ride in the world is simply because it is an extraordinary idea formed and put together by the geniuses that were working on the Terminator movie. If it is Jim Cameron, if it is Stan Winston, and if it is Universal Studio, everyone worked together on this and making this a spectacular event.
I love him.
The original cast from Terminator.
I love that he can't speak and he's a big star.
If it is Linda Hamilton, if it is Ed Furlong, all of the people, myself, everyone is involved in this project.
That's Arnold. And finally today, an African bird, the buffalo weaver, has developed a false penis.
Yeah, I didn't understand this story.
Improve its chances in the intense competition for a mate, according to the science journal Nature.
Do you understand what this is?
Now that's a penis.
The bird developed a penis.
Yeah, because birds don't have penises.
But it developed a false penis.
Right, that's what they're calling it. You know, birds often have incredible plumage, etc., to attract a mate. So they've added something else.
Well, why would a bird recognize a penis?
That's what I'm saying. It's not probably really a penis.
I don't understand this article. I don't want to talk about it. I'm very upset.
They say the sperm competition has been responsible for all sorts of anatomical and physiological and behavioral features that we see in a whole range of animals. The buffalo weaver is just an extreme example. Only 3% of birds have a real penis. The buffalo weaver is unique in having a false one. So there you have it. I guess they saw other birds with penises. So they.
All right. Whatever. Thank you, Robin. You know who has a false penis? Scott DePace, our director.
Is that right?
That's right.
I didn't know that.
Told me that the other.
Don't talk.
Wants to attract women. Jackie Penthouse, just kidding. Jackie Penthouse Joke Page Martling, his 3 Filthy Joke CDs are only $12 plus $4 U.S. shipping. Also on cassette, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Jackie's Raunchy Oleo CDs available at all Coconuts in the Warehouse. The Filthy 3D Joke Man, an online catalog. Visit jokeland.com. Want to thank Danny's Hard Drive for coming in here today. Danny.com, D-A-N-N-I, that is. Tonight I need Norm Macdonald. Don't forget about our syndicated show when you'll see Solitaire, the Sex Slaves, Baloney Toss. Also, that incredible footage, Grandpa and Grandson meet Anastasia the Whore. That's this weekend on our syndicated show. Thanks to Warren Littlefield for stopping by with his daughter Emily.